If you used to ask Daniel Bryan when he first debuted if he was to win the World Heavyweight Championship, he would say yes. To lose it in 18 seconds? No. To tag team with anyone on the WWE roster and become the tag team champions? Yes. To tag team with the Devil's Favorite Demon for 9 months? No. But there's no denying that these two became the best tag team in WWE history. This brings out Kane, and they both go back and forth to each other saying about how after Payback, once they've captured their championships, they will no longer team with each other. But Kane does not believe that Daniel Bryan can go into Payback, tag team with the guy he despises, and win the tag team championships. Daniel Bryan quickly backfires and says him and Randy Orton are going to do what him and Kane couldn't do when they lost the tag team championships, which is win them back. And they go back and forth about this whole weakest link argument, which brings out Randy Orton to break up the argument. The Shield eventually appear on the Titantron and say that tonight in the main event, the Shield will defeat them and defeat them again at Payback. So that was the opener to hype up the tonight's main event as well as Payback. I don't think it was a very good opener. It didn't really make Kane and Orton look like the possible heels that I want them to be. Again, it was focusing on Daniel Bryan and how he feels about his future. And before we get to the first match of the night, which is between Sheamus and Cesaro, we have Damon Sandow on the stage saying how he's going to be the host to Sheamus's Irish Wake. And now the match, there weren't really much to it. I felt that it was more Sheamus letting out his frustration before Cesaro got a few manoeuvres near the end, which really didn't last long before Sheamus did a quick bro kick out of nowhere to get the 1, 2, 3. And as Sheamus was celebrating his win over Cesaro on the ramp, Sandow attacks him from behind, and there's the last bit of build before their pre-show match at Payback. Have the WWE really given up with Cesaro? Because yes, he's against main eventers, but he's got no real storyline, feud, or anything really going for him. It's a bit sad, but for a fan like me who didn't really like how Cesaro's brought in, I'm not overly bothered, but it's still a wrestler who the WWE once had future plans for. Now in a backstage segment, which I'm going to call Eat Like You Mean It, we have Dolph Ziggler trying to get out of a tag team match which he has later tonight because he wants to be ready for his biggest title defense of his career at Payback. Maybe the reason you're calling it your biggest title defense for your career is because you've not really done much with your World Heavyweight Championship. I know that's not been all your fault because of your injury, your concussion, but still, I think the WWE should have done more with you with the World Heavyweight Championship. But after complaining about this match, Ziggler says he's going to use this match to give Del Rio a taste of what's to come at Payback. As they all clear off, Langston comes back and he takes the burger from Theodore Long and starts eating it away. This is a good burger. Before giving it back to Theodore Long. I guess a funny way to finish the segment. After Heath Slater defeats Khali, we get to the tag team match between Del Rio and Jericho versus Ziggler and Langston. And my complaint about this match is that you give the win to Del Rio via roll-up, but where is the belief that Ziggler is going to retain his World Heavyweight Championship at Payback? Where is SmackDown's push for Ziggler now he's the World Heavyweight Champion? I'm just not enjoying the fact that Ziggler's became the World Heavyweight Champion. Fans are happy for it. Fans don't really care. But I wanted to see more from Ziggler. And right now, I'm not sure how many people are going to care if Ziggler loses that championship. It's a real shame. And I believe that Ziggler should have had a bit more focus before the biggest title defense of his career, but he didn't get it, sadly. And my other question is, what has Langston got going for him? Yes, there's a chance that Jericho might not be facing Punk at Payback if Punk doesn't show up, but I don't really think Langston versus Jericho is a big enough match, even though they could use this build to make the match happen. Following this match, we have a segment between Jericho working out how many fans are going to be behind him and Punk at Payback, and Paul Heyman saying how Punk is going to be proven to be best in the world for the third time at Payback. And the next match is between frustrated Caitlyn and the diva I'm sure most of us have forgotten about, Xana. And the biggest thing you need to take from this match is frustrated Caitlyn slaps the ref and Theodore Long binds her, but not live on the show. Before we have Barrett versus Curtis Axel, Barrett cuts a promo saying, "Businessman Barrett to businessman Heyman, do we really need this match to happen? Because it's going to end up me really hurting Curtis Axel, or a small chance Curtis Axel hurting him." And just as Paul Heyman is talking to his client, Curtis Axel, out comes The Miz saying, "Really? Really? You're not going to have this match?" Gets a chant of fight, 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 fight going. And the match takes place. After Barrett, the Brit, ducks a Curtis Axel the Twit maneuver and takes out The Miz, Barrett gets back into the ring, only to get a twist neck breaker from Curtis Axel for the 1, 2, 3. Curtis Axel is celebrating. The Miz gives him a skull crush finale. And there you go, the last build for the IC Championship match at Payback. And this match, I think, has definitely got a lot more interesting, that you've taken out Fandango, but you put in a good replacement, someone who could do with the IC Championship win, even though his previous matches had been against main eventers. But roll on, Payback IC Championship match. And now on to the main event, which was hyped up via the opener. We have Team Hell No and Randy Orton versus The Shield. And even though there's a few good spots in this match, it was the finish that's going to make the match as great as it was. We had Kane choking Dean Ambrose out the ring, only to turn around and get clotheslined out by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns then takes out Orton and rolls out the ring himself, which allows Kane to take out Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns over the guardrail. While that's going on, you have Seth Rollins climbing the top rope, ready to finish Daniel Bryan off. But luckily, Kane was there waiting, pushes Rollins off the top rope into an RKO for Daniel Bryan to lock in the LeBell Lock, and a surprise takes place. The dominating Shield lost their first 3-on-3 match. Oh well, WWE, you picked a good show to do on, because now at least Smackdown's had one big thing happen recently. The finish was very nicely done, I liked it, and it gave all 6 men some build of some sort to Payback. But people, please share your thoughts to this Smackdown. I thought it covered stuff ready for the pay-per-view, apart from the filler match between Carly and Heath Slater. But people, share your thoughts, and please check out the video tomorrow where we'll explain the future of the British Fist. Until next time, viewers, from the MVP of the YWC or the internet or in life itself, thank you very much, people, and goodbye.